Hello, Joshua. Thank you for coming today.
You're very welcome, T-Mac. Mr. Timothy McDonald.
Excuse me, that's Sergeant Diligent to you.
Sergeant Diligent.
Now, Joshua,
Timothy McDonald.
Please, I'm going to ask you to remain silent while I ask you some questions.
How silent? Do I sit down? I sort of stay.
I've brought you to this interrogation room for a reason. Okay, I'm going to ask you some simple questions. I need you to give me some straight answers.
This is new.
Where do you reside?
Where do I reside? You're really asking a few questions.
I already know where you live. You live in Narry Warren, is this correct?
I live in Narry Warren.
Where were you between the hours of 9 and 11:30 last night?
What was I doing? I just cooked myself up a steak. Had some veggies on the side as well. Thought I'd get some of Mum's risotto from a couple of nights ago. It didn't really work out that great.
So it's like you'll have it on record that you were eating at your mother's home.
I was eating at my mother's house, which is, it's my house as well. I do live with the parents still, so.
We have it on witnesses' testimony that you were near a car bombing site in Narry Warren last night.
Yeah.
How would you respond to those allegations?
Well, the story about eating food, that was a lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do in this situation.
Yeah, I did that. I did the car bombing thing.
Hang on, I gotta ask you questions. I gotta get to this has to become a TV show.
Okay, so I was eating. It wasn't me, officer.
Okay.
I was at home.
Right.
I was at my mother's house eating food, not.
Now, when you say food,
when I say food,
do you mean?
I generally mean food when I say food. Steak.
This is getting on to... Okay, so now, your girlfriend...
Yes.
Is her name Steak?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine it was, though.
I'm going to ask you to leave now.
Imagine I had a girlfriend and her name was Steak.
Yeah. What did you have for dinner last night, Steak?
I had steak for dinner. What did you do? You ate it all up? Yeah, how do you like it? Medium rare, baby.
Breakfast, I had steak and eggs.
Medium rare.
Fantastic.
I love a bit of medium rare steak in
eggs.
In between the lips. Wow, what a start!
Wow, okay.
What happened? What happened to that?
But seriously, what happened with this Narry Warren car bombing last night?
What Narry Warren?
You didn't hear about this.
I didn't hear.
You didn't hear the explosion.
Legit? Did that actually happen?
It happened.
In Narry Warren.
I saw it on the. I think it was The Age on Twitter. I saw it on.
There was not.
Yes, there was. They found a bomb beneath the car. The car exploded in Narry Warren last night about, I believe it was 11:30 p.m.
No way.
Yes, I thought you'd know all about it.
I didn't know anything about it. That's the thing.
So listeners, I didn't tell Josh what I was going to do as the intro.
Production meetings don't happen.
Yeah, I was hoping to catch him off guard and actually get some insight as to what happened with this bomb.
All you did was confuse the Josh.
Oh, yeah,
thought I was doing a thing. Thought we were in a little bit of a thing that we're doing.
It's good to know you're really in there with the Narry Warren community. Yeah. You know what's going on.
I forgot that I lived in Narry Warren. I don't spend any time in Narry Warren. I'm always out doing stuff with people.
Why would you?
There's nothing. It's a nice place.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, good. How are you doing today, man?
Greetings to everyone from Narry Warren. I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm in a good vibe. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good feeling of a state of mind right now.
Yeah, okay. Any reason for that, particularly?
Nah, not really.
No, okay.
Nah, just chilling. What about you?
It's
podcast day.
It is podcast day. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Generational Episodes, whatever. And we are Gen X, Gen Y, Bridging the Gap. Joshua and T-Mac.
Giving them the rundown.
In the house for those new listeners, because I know we got some new listeners out there. In fact, there's one new podcast that we listen to, and we like them.
We like them a lot. What are their names, T-Mac?
They said they were going to give us a listen. The Brit and the American.
The Brit and the American. Now, I'm intrigued by the Brit and the American. The female.
You've got a British female.
The Brit.
Who's got that, that posh voice. That
she does.
Posh. It's not trashy. It's not like, bucktooth or missing teeth.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she'd be hot. I feel like she'd be super hot.
Do you?
She's got a Spice Girl-esque to her accent.
Okay. And then you've got self-proclaimed redneck American. So not unlike our show, we've got an American here, we've got a sexy hot girl. Yeah.
Sexy Spice Girl.
Yeah, exactly. That's the American and the Aussie.
I always wanted to be a Spice Girl. I didn't really. To all those listening and all those various media outlets that want to run that story tomorrow, you'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Keep that on the down low.
We're broadcasting live from Melbourne, the beautiful Melbourne, where weather forecasting is just null and void. Because you just don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day outside. They said it was going to be 19 degrees, and it looks like more like a 24.
Yeah, it's about 24. They're 5 degrees off, which is disappointing for me. I attention to detail, and they didn't get it. Yesterday, it was 5 minutes of rain, and then 5 minutes of sun, and then 5 minutes of rain again.
It was.
Fantastic.
Didn't go out.
Generational. This is the weather episode of Generational. We're just going to be talking about weather, other podcasts, and then we'll sort of, we'll throw in, I guess, some news stories. And then maybe.
Do you have some topics you want to share? Just what have we expect from you today? I have no idea. I haven't looked at it. I've got a little bit of tech news, a little bit of fairy tales.
Okay.
And it's possibly some biological banter.
Well, I'm just going to crawl through some half-assed stuff that I've thought of, and we'll see how we go.
Okay, well, let's do that.
Generational.
Okay.
That was Skrillex.
Yeah, that was some young music, right?
Skrillex just brought us in for episode.
I got a question for you. Now, you really like dubstep, right?
I'm into dubstep.
Dubstep.
I like my dubstep.
Okay, I used to be. I think I have a pretty eclectic musical taste, right?
I feel that.
I went through a major electronica stage, in the 90s. Started out in the early 90s in San Francisco, going to the raves. So big techno head. Went to the raves, then came here, got into more kind of, a bit of house music, not so much house music, more trance, more 303 bass, real acid beats, things like that. Dubstep.
It's a combination.
Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be like kind of a combination between
house,
drum and bass. I don't see any semblance of drum and bass in there. The word dub does not belong in there at all, because dub to me,
what does dub mean?
Is like rock steady, bassy, real deep bassy Jamaican rock steady dub.
And what does step mean?
And step is like, you had the two-step. Two-step was an English electronic genre at one stage. I think they just.
I thought it was like a Spanish dance.
It can be a folk dance.
The two-step. Yeah, the two-step.
This is true.
And they've taken the dub part of it, and they've made it into a music.
And they've just made it into some loud, skitsy shit.
That's what dubstep is. It's the two-step. If it made a noise, if the dance, it's taken the attitude of the two-step and it's put it into noise. That's what dubstep is.
With cowboy boots.
If you ask some, if you ask some one-eyed dubstep fans, that's what they'll tell you. They'll say it's the two-step with a twist.
And if you need to just go in a circle somewhere, that's the perfect way to do it.
Exactly right. Just two-step away.
That's right. What did you want to start with today, mate? Huh? Did you want to start off with something you had to talk to us about?
Alright, how about I start?
Okay, let's do that.
How about I start?
Let's do that.
I've got an interesting one for you, T-Mac.
What do you have?
I read this one this morning and I thought it was hilarious. I wanted to bring it up. Nicole Richie. You know Nicole Richie.
Of course I do.
Okay, she has herself...
What little is left of her.
Whatever's left of Nicole Richie. I'm having a couple of kids. She's married to Joel Madden. She's got a tramp stamp. Now, you know what a tramp stamp is.
I do indeed. It's the tattoo above the ass.
So we're big in the 90s.
On the back.
It was sexy, I guess, back in the 90s, but now a lot of people regret it, and it kind of just looks like you're a tramp.
Before you start the story,
okay.
Is the current tramp stamp now the two on the backs of the thighs? The two tattoos on the backs of the thighs?
That sounds... Actually, no, I do know what you're talking about.
Have you seen these?
The girls do the bows. They can.
They do, and they're always matching.
Yeah.
So you see them either wearing a short skirt or just shorts in general, and you see the two matching tats on the backs of the thighs. So the idea of this is when you're doing like the forklift.
The forklift. There it is. Then you can go to a little bit of reading material.
Exactly right.
Something to look at. A little bit of entertainment for the fella, which is nice.
That's great. Yeah, always.
I have seen also the quotes just underneath the fold of, where it goes from bum to leg? It's leg. There's the fold, there's bum. Just underneath that little crease there, they've got a quote or something, so that when the skirt, that tight little skirt...
There's another one like that, it's going where it's like under both breasts. Have you seen that one?
Man, I haven't.
Beneath.
It's a cup.
And then it kind of, it's like
holding a cup.
It's an ink bra.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. That's the way of the future. Just tattooed bras. No more bras. Just draw it economically friendly.
Economically friendly.
You don't have to toss out the trash. You know what I mean?
Exactly right.
Yeah,
it's straightforward.
So talk to me about tramp stamps.
So basically, Nicole Richie got a tramp stamp when she was 16. It was against her parents' will. She snuck out of the house. She got a tattoo. All right. So basically, it's a cross. Okay, that goes from her butt crack up.
Okay,
and she's quoted, "It's the butt crack cross."
Okay.
The butt crack cross.
So the Christian cross.
The Christian cross.
Right.
Starting from a butt crack, working up her lower back.
Sure.
Nicole Richie has one of those.
Yep.
She wants to get rid of it. She hates it.
Okay.
She's not happy with it. She's 31 now. It's 15 years after she got it done.
Yep.
She regrets it. She's got a couple of kids. She's got nothing against tattoos. Her husband is Joel Madden, who's tattooed all over his body.
Yeah.
And it works for him. She's got nothing against him.
Does it work for him?
I mean, he's doing his thing.
When's he going to dump that hat, dude?
He's on The Voice.
Is he going bald or something?
Have you seen what he's... No, do you watch The Voice?
Yeah, I've seen it.
He's like dyed the side of his hair like a leopard print.
Yeah, I have seen that.
He's got like the dark hair on top. He wears the
that's right. He doesn't have the hat now.
He doesn't have the hat.
He
did have the hat.
Yeah.
He did have the hat. He's changed it up. He's mixed it up. Leopard skin hair. I don't know.
Seems like a nice guy, but kind of dorky. Really.
He seems like a really down to earth, nice dude. Yeah. But leopard skin hair. Yeah. Not into it. So it's not my style. I'm more of a snow leopard kind of guy.
Yeah, I hear that.
So she wants to get rid of it. She's not happy with it. She's thinking about getting it lasered. She's worried about that because she doesn't know how her skin's going to look afterwards. Now it's funny because one of the BFC members, kind of gone through the same thing.
Oh, really?
Okay. He got a couple of tattoos on his ribs, and it took him over an hour to get both of them done. Couple of lions. He wanted a couple of lions, one angry, one calm.
Lions as in
lions.
Oh, lions.
Lions. Like lions. Africa jungle lions.
So he had 2 lions tattooed on his ribs.
On the same ribs, huge. They go from his armpit all the way down to his hips.
Full body lion?
Full body lions. Full body lions.
Okay.
Right. And the picture that he chose was pretty cool. It looks good.
Yep.
When he got it tattooed, didn't look great.
God, what a fucking horrible...
They looked like something between a lion and a dog. One of them had like the skin of a seal, like it was just really like flat.
Why couldn't he just call them waterproof dingoes or something?
He should have just done something simple like a dingo or a duck.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog. Everyone loves Kermit the Frog. Just get Kermit the Frog.
You can't go wrong with Kermit the Frog.
You can't go wrong with Kermit the Frog.
Easiest thing to draw outside of Homer Simpson's head.
Damn, exactly right. So he's got that. He wants to get it lasered off as well. Anyway, so Nicole Richie, she's in the same situation as BFC pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's other things that she wants removed as well.
Okay.
She hasn't revealed this to the media, but you know who she did reveal this to?
Who?
To me.
Yeah. You always get the inside story. You managed to.
Nicole Richie.
So you flew out to LA.
Big scoop. LA, wherever she lives.
Yeah.
She lives in LA. Yeah, I flew to LA.
Yeah. Did you catch up with Paris at all?
Well, you know what? I think they got a bit of beef with each other.
Oh, really? Still? Okay.
So let me take you through another thing that she wants to remove. She wants the old Facebook check-ins with Paris Hilton removed.
Yeah.
From Facebook.
Right.
Obviously, they've gone through a bit of a tough time, I guess. They're not really friends anymore.
Yeah.
She wants the Facebook check-ins removed. She doesn't want people to know that they were hanging out together at the various spots that they were hanging out with.
Yeah.
Okay. She also wants the old MySpace comments left from Paris Hilton removed from MySpace.
Okay.
I mean, no one checks MySpace, so it's a bit of a null and void thing to do.
Yeah.
Null and void. I keep saying that. Is that actually a thing?
That's a thing, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Just to put that out there for you Gen Y's. Use null and void. She wants any photos with Paris Hilton in them removed from her photo albums. She obviously has various house hands.
So basically she wants Paris Hilton murdered.
She doesn't want Paris Hilton murdered anymore.
Clear. We're clear on that.
She wants France removed from the European Union.
Yeah.
She's not happy with France and the European Union.
Yeah, okay.
She's getting very political with that one.
Yeah, I mean...
Very political with that one.
And she's got the power.
She may as well.
Her husband's on The Voice.
Guy Ritchie's son. Is it Guy Ritchie? Or is it...
Yeah, it is Guy... no, Guy Ritchie.
He's an actor. He's an actor, isn't he?
That's Madonna's husband.
Guy Ritchie is Madonna's husband, yep.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's
John Mayer...
Guy Sebastian.
So where does John Mayer come into the...
She's married to this guy.
Okay, and Roseanne Day is...
Right. So what was the question?
So the question is...
Who's...
If you had Nicole Richie and the Pope... No. Okay, so... Another couple of things that she wants removed. So she's doing it. She's refreshing her life.
So she wants Paris, France removed. Yes.
She wants gone. She wants John
and she's
Stamos.
Lionel Richie's daughter.
Lionel Richie. That's right. Lionel Richie. There you go. Lionel Richie. She wants John Stamos removed from ER.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, first of all,
she's getting too big for her boots here.
We are a John Stamos friendly.
She cannot
fan
screw with Stamos.
This show doubles as the John Stamos fan club.
Fan club, yeah.
So don't be talking bad about John Stamos. And secondly, ER isn't even being filmed anymore. So it's kind of hard to pull him out.
It is.
Have a censorship.
Retroactively get all the tapes cut up. No, it's too hard.
It's just too hard. Minutes of work, and we don't have that time. No. Okay. And why are you even bringing that up with me, Nicole? You should be talking to someone else about that. So anyway.
I forgot she told this to you.
Yeah, this told to me.
So some of it, she actually expected you to take care of some of this stuff for her.
Oh, look, I don't know anyone in the European Union.
She thinks you're her keeper. Really.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am. I keep her heart close.
Did you get some of that while you were there?
I tried.
Did you check out the tramp stamp?
It's Nicole Richie.
Yeah.
Like, I should probably taste it before you get rid of it.
You don't want to break it.
And she, basically.
What else?
Anything else on that list of yours?
Yeah, anything else?
Joel's sea monkey tank.
Joel sea monkey
has a sea monkey collection.
Oh, right. I've heard about that. He tweets about that quite often.
Mm-hmm. Instagram photos and the like.
Yeah, fully.
It's on his Facebook statuses. And also Delta Goodrum from The Voice. Who doesn't want Delta Goodrum removed from The Voice?
What's your beef with her?
I just don't like her attitude.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does. I think... do you know what? My wife caught an old picture of her recently and realized that she's had mad plastic surgery too.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's changed her nose. She's had like chin work done, all this stuff.
Delta, what are you doing?
She's attractive, but
it's fake.
Well, it's all fake, but so is her attitude. Her attitude, you're right. It's just really it's hard to pin down, isn't it? Because she thinks she's really sexy and all this stuff, and she is to an extent. However, her attitude and she's just kind of she's cheesy. She
reminds me of a girl. She's just an absolute head case. It's the kind of girl that if you were sleeping with her casually, you just know that it would never go anywhere because she's such a head case.
Yeah,
I've seen these girls before, and you just know, you get a vibe from them. Their attitude's weird. They find weird things offensive. They don't like things. They get angry and upset. They cry at the drop of a hat.
Right.
And they just look weird.
Yeah.
They look weird.
And these are the types of girls that don't like your seahorse collection.
No one likes my seahorse collection. Generational.
Hey, I was Skyping with my sister the other day.
Yeah, you were.
My sister's in the San Francisco Bay Area, and she's got two young daughters, my nieces, and so we do a bit of nursery rhyme reading, over Skype and stuff like that. It's just kind of sweet.
That's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. It's a little bit.
So Megan, who's my sister, if you're listening to this, just go along with the story.
Hey, Megan.
So reading some of these, do you know when I was growing up, I had a book called Grimm's Fairy Tales, and they were really dark fairy tales in like the 1800s and shit like this. And the fairy tales, have come through the ages, and everybody knows the old standby ones. And we all kind of know what happens at the end of these in general. I found out the original endings to a lot of these nursery rhymes that really are unexpected endings.
Okay.
We had no idea about this. For example, in the original Italian story, which was Pinocchio. Pinocchio later. Yeah. Pinocchio kills Jiminy Cricket with a hammer.
Yeah, of course he does.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so you know Jiminy Cricket, the character.
Jiminy Cricket,
he's this little testicular head dude with a top hat. Who is like, he plays Pinocchio's conscience.
Oh, hey, Pinocchio!
Yeah. Come along this way. You can we'll make you a real boy.
Okay, hammer, bam.
Yeah, and then...
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
He actually he smashed him with a hammer.
Yeah.
In Little Red Riding Hood, not a lot of people know, and this is true, that she and the wolf both ate the grandmother at the end.
Together.
They killed the grandmother together.
Yeah.
And ate it. What was going on there?
The subliminal message. It was basically a cannibal-friendly fairy tale. It started off as, and then they thought, maybe we should, just make it the wolf the bad guy, and it went from there.
And it evolved into him wearing what was it?
Women's clothing.
He wore the
cross-dresser. He's a grandma.
Exactly. And
the wolf is a...
There's something about Wolfie. Now, in the original Sleeping Beauty, these are all true. This is really weird. She actually wakes up to find the prince wanking to a picture of Joan Rivers, and I thought that was really strange. I had no idea.
And Joan Rivers as well. I mean
she was alive back there.
Yeah, exactly right. So 1800s is when
that's
it was
right.
written. Joan Rivers was huge in the 1800s. She was massive.
Yeah, she
was running the
morning shows. She was obviously sexy as because the prince was, so Sleeping Beauty.
She would have been like 30, 40 years old back then.
Big time, but she was still maintaining the look.
Absolutely, definitely.
She looked good.
Yeah, she.
Another one I found out is Humpty Dumpty actually sat on a nail. and he lost his yoke. So like that's evolved later into him falling off the wall.
Yeah, they've exaggerated the story. I mean, you know what probably happened there? It was probably the Egg's, family and relatives are a little bit embarrassed about the end story. And they're like, let's beef up the story a bit.
Exactly.
They're at the funeral. They're doing the eulogy. They're like, Humpty.
He fell off the wall.
He fell off the wall, and then people in the crowd went, didn't he just sit on it?
Yeah, he sat on it now,
I'm
right?
pretty sure he just sat on it.
His yellow shit just came spurting out.
The yolk was going everywhere. People were like running through it. There was a fat guy who was licking it up.
It wasn't even organic.
And then people were like putting it in their hand.
It was bizarre. So I found that one true, really bizarre. Little Miss Muffet.
Kind of true.
Little Miss Muffet, you know how she sat on that tub and all that? She actually sat on Pinocchio's face.
Yeah.
So that was... I just found some really interesting facts here on the nursery rhymes. And
tell me a lie, Pinocchio. Tell me a lie.
That's right. So I just wanted to share that with you because not a lot of people know this. We all go through these daily rituals. I go through daily rituals, reading nursery rhymes every morning, and find out they're all lies.
That one was for you, Megan. So the BFC had an interesting weekend, T-Mac. I wanted to give you a bit of an anecdote.
The BFC, to our new and beloved listeners, is the Best Friends Club.
Best Friends Club.
That's Josho's crew.
Mm-hmm. How many people in the crew, T-Mac?
Josho's Gen Y crew of 4.
4 people.
4 people. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4 people. Yeah.
4 people, including Josh. Josh is the leader. He's the alpha male of them all. They're all actually small. Men with
that's what I tell. Yeah, that's what I tell everyone else that I'm the biggest guy in the group.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm 4. I'm number 4.
Are you 4?
Everyone is huge in the BFC.
Oh, really?
Well, you know what the BFC is? It's a group of alpha males.
Yeah.
It's not one alpha male with a group. It's the combination of alpha males from different groups that have gone, you know what? I'm fed up with society. I'm done with doing it the way that the government wants me to do it.
Which is how?
Which is, the norm.
Right.
The way that everyone does it.
And that's how?
What you're expected to do, Tina.
Sure. So, be small and just, work and be responsible.
Politics, GFC, teen obesity, none of that in the BFC.
Okay.
None of that.
Okay.
Okay. It's hardcore, it's down to earth, it's raw, it's BFC. So we've got an update.
It's bullshit.
BFC update. It's the BFC update. Let me put a little bit of music on while I do this. It's the BFC update. The BFC update. The BFC update. BFC update.
Are we going to get to this update, or is it just going to be fucking hell?
That was the update. Woo! Okay, so basically, we went to a club on Saturday night.
Was this a dubstep club?
It had a little bit of dubstep.
Oh, okay.
It did have a little bit of dubstep there. It was in Ringwood. For everyone in Ringwood, holla to you guys. Thank you very much for the BFC welcoming into your establishment. So we're leaving the club. And there was a fella who was ejected from the club.
Uh-huh.
And when we were walking back to our car, we decided, this guy's pretty antsed up. He's pretty revved up. He was just in a fight inside the club. He's with his girlfriend and another dude. Both dudes are smaller than all 4 of us, so let's say a thing or two.
Yeah, sure.
Let's say a thing or two.
Okay, yeah.
How was your night, mate? How'd you go, picking on that guy half your size and still losing the fight? Things like that. So we'll get in his face a little bit.
Alright.
And, he didn't take it well.
Okay. I can't imagine why.
He didn't take it well.
Sure.
Okay. He arced up a little bit. But anyway, he stayed back. His girlfriend was like, just walk away. And one of his friends, or his friend that he had with him, walked over to us, and he started saying to us, "Listen, can you guys just go? Like, we don't want any trouble. Like, we just had a really bad night, and we'll play him with a little bit. Like, we'll push him as far as he can go."
Were you wanting to actually?
No, we've never been in a fight in our life, and we don't confine fighting at all.
That's good to hear.
So, but we do like being alphas. Okay,
so
we will arc up. We will arc up.
Sure.
So
not what society would normally do. You don't do what is expected.
We are anti-society.
Yeah, that's right.
We are counterculture.
You are you're anti-disestablishmentarian.
We're all about culture. We don't fight. We don't want fights. And not like that at all. So basically, this guy, he's just trying to get us to go, or whatever he was trying to do. And he goes to one of the VFC members, shake my hand. So the VFC member just sort of didn't know why, but he shook his hand, and the guy that was the friends of the dude was like, okay, now we're even. And we're like, whoa.
Huh?
How are we even now? Okay. So we shook his hand, and he's like, now we're even, now you have to go. Well, we're not even. We just shook your hand.
It's like he's giving you the respect enough to shake his hand.
Yeah, like his handshake is valuable in some way.
Sure.
As if he goes to McDonald's or Hungry Jack's and orders a Big Mac meal, let's just say. And they're like, oh, that'll be $8.95. Shake my hand. They do it. Now we're even. Give me my food, I shook your hand. The staff member's crying, the management comes over, did you shake his hand? Why did you shake his hand? Now we're even. You don't shake his hand.
That means we can give it to him for free. What are you doing?
His handshakes is like money.
It's gold.
It's like money. You don't shake his hand. So that's it's a bit of a public service announcement for the fast food industry. Do not shake his hand. You'll be even.
Couple quick tech updates that I know nothing about, okay?
Okay, fantastic. Let's go. Good. Give me the names and nothing else.
Google Glass.
Love it.
What is it?
Don't know.
A pair of glasses that you wear.
Oh, the pair of glasses. Yeah, okay, yeah.
They don't have lenses. They just have a little, monitor.
Yeah.
And they have a built-in camera, so you can actually film people as you're walking around with these things on.
Do you know anything else about them?
No.
How big are they?
They're just like wire frames, really, with nothing else. They just kind of go from your ears over your nose, and no lenses or anything. In the top, on one of the front of one of the arms, has a little kind of transparent screen thing, and the other side has a camera.
Are you basing that on a picture? Anything you've read?
Yeah, a picture.
A picture.
Yeah. Okay. New tech news. Tech news number 2: the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch. There's a big fight for the new internet watch. Wristwatch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a wristwatch.
It's a wristwatch. It's Dick Tracy.
That's a feature.
Like Dick Tracy.
It's on your wrist.
It's on your wrist.
That's something.
Wristwatch.
That's something.
You'll be able to talk into it. You'll be able to store your numbers. You'll be able to go on the internet on it.
Based on what? Did you read that?
So there's all sorts of people pontificating on what this will look like. So there's all sorts of pictures of what it may or may not look like.
Okay. So is it a real thing yet?
So the Apple Watch. Look for it.
The Apple Watch.
Next. This is true. This is out. The Chromebook. What is the Chromebook? What's the Chromebook?
I don't know. Is it something to do with Google? Is it
Google.
Is it like Facebook? Is it like?
No, it's the Chromebook, meaning it's a laptop.
It's a laptop.
Chromebook. But it's weird because they're just basically putting all the Chrome apps onto different brands of laptops.
What sort of Chrome apps?
Chromebooks.
What's the difference between Chrome apps and Apple apps?
One's by Apple, one's by Chrome. Okay, so that's
a feature. That's a feature.
That's
a feature.
Feature and benefit. Feature benefit.
Feature benefit. Tick that off.
And thank you for listening to the Tech News Hour 2-minute noodles.
So we know nothing else.
Smooch.
Nothing else.
Feels good. Okay.
Well, that was good.
That was good. Wow.
My heart is racing right now. That was episode 32.
I think we should always do a really quick tech news thing because no one really knows what to expect in this tech world. So you don't know what's really going to come out.
That's a good point. Let's do this. I mean, we don't have production meetings. Let's do it right now. I really like that little segment.
Yeah.
Now, listeners, we don't do production meetings, so I didn't know he was going to do that.
Nor do we do any editing at the end of the show.
No, this is like if I say something, poo hole, that's going to stay in the episode.
That is. Yeah.
Yeah. We all have a poo hole teammate, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
So let's keep doing that little segment that you just did there.
Okay.
That was good.
Okay.
I like that. It was very funny.
Yeah, let's go.
I struggled to not laugh at that.
Did you?
Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did.
But I managed to get there.
You got there.
So episode 32. Thank you for listening, everyone. Just got a lovely photo. Oh, here we go. There you go. Yeah, that's boobies.
Josh got a boob photo on his phone that he has to look at now at the end with 2 minutes to go in this podcast. Leaving T-Mac to talk alone. So I'll just go ahead and tell you where you can find us. Get in touch with us. generational@gmail.com. Send us a message. We'll read it over the airwaves.
Yep.
If it is interesting.
Yeah. And if it's not,
if you want to ask any questions.
If it's not interesting, what are we going to do with it, Timo?
We basically we shoot it down the poop hole. I don't know.
Yeah, put on the spot there, didn't I? There you go.
Yeah, you did. I didn't know.
So
like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/generational podcast. Give us a like. Get on there. Give us your opinion.
Yes, give us a like.
Segments.
Episode 31 did really well, so if you haven't listened to that one, go back and listen to that. Maybe some of this shit will make sense then, maybe it won't. Who knows? I don't think any of this stuff really links into one another.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... I know Reaction Podcast has talked about it, but if you have just found us, don't go back to the early episodes.
That's true, yeah, the sound was quite crap. We used to record out in this big, giant, echoey room on the iPhone. And not to say that it's perfect now, but at least it's a little bit better for you.
Listen to this episode, listen to a couple more before this one, and then maybe go back to the early ones if you want, just if you want to have a bit of a giggle, because the sound is pretty bad.
Yeah.
The substance is there, but the sound is pretty bad.
That's right. Anything else you want to add before we close out?
Do you like my shirt today? It's a new shirt.
Yeah, it's a... Why'd you muscle up? You just, I saw the arm firm up, and every time I feel like I have something. Every time I look at it, it firms up. That's it. Oh, hey, again. Yeah, it's creepy.
That's not my arm, T-Mac.
It's actually I have that same shirt. I think I just bought that shirt last week.
Where'd you get it from?
Meyer, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't get it from Meyer, but there's a lot of shirts that look like this. It's a nice looking shirt.
Yeah.
Go to Meyer, go to YD. They're both great. We're dressed by Meyer and YD.
Go listen to the Brit and the American podcast.
Yes.
They're pretty good.
Definitely.
And
Spice Girl
you may have seen some tweets I put out also recently about Ed Wallach's podcast, which I just love. I think he's hilarious.
What's the name of that team, Matt?
That one's called Don't Quit Your Daycast. That's a good one.
Ed Wallach.
So, give that a listen.
Ed, we love you.
Stay with us. Fan base us. Send us your poems, and we'll do the rest.
If anyone wants to pay for www.generationalfanclub.com and maybe start up a fan club, not start up a fan club, I'm not going to try to put ideas in your head, but go ahead and do that, and we won't stop you.
No, we won't. So on that note, we thank you very much for listening. Until next week, we out late.
Oh, baby.